Hello and welcome to tonight's chat, the TGIF chat in the Chemo Buddies for Life group. And in fact, right now, I'm just making sure that we are live in the group. We've got a few technical issues that we now work with. And so as people start coming in, we will know that we are live in the group. I want to also welcome all of you that may be with us on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or any of the other platforms. We welcome you to Chemo Buddies for Life. Who are we? We're a community of people that are dedicated to make sure that there is healing through connections, that people that are facing health challenges, both the patient and those people that love and support them, have a community of people that care. I want to welcome those that are with us right now. And hello, my buddy, Lisa. Are you guys in the chat? Let me know if you're in the group or if you're out on the public page. And if you're on the public page, if you don't mind sharing it into the group, that would be amazing. And in fact, Caroline, I'm so glad you're here right now because guess what? I have something for you. So without further ado, Caroline, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. You know, we love you. And that's what it's all about, right? Shared into the community. Thank you. Thank you. And happy birthday to Caroline Brown. Who is Caroline Brown? She's someone we love. She is typically the Friday night chat host and also our senior ambassador for the community of buddies. Those people, we call ourselves buddies. Why? Well, because those that are facing some challenges, they need to feel like they've got healing through connections, that they have friends, that they have buddies. And we are a buddies network that believes in humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love. You notice all the hearts? Does that give it away? So tonight, what are we doing? I am tonight's host. I may have someone dropping in or not. I'm not sure right now, but I was given a video from this individual to share, and I'm going to do that in a little bit. However, those that know who I am, my name is Tamara L. Hunter. I am the president and co-founder of this amazing global community of buddies, people that are there for each other as they're going through challenges, life's challenges. I am originally from Southern California. Thus, I'm wearing my necklace, ode to Southern California, the seashell. Because right now, let's face it, there's been a lot of stuff that's gone on down in the Southern California neck of the woods. And our chats on Friday nights, typically we are in a closed group. However, to use this format, I need to be able to go out onto the public page. And so we're not going to be able to share like we typically do. Like Caroline typically has us able to, we say it's kind of like Vegas. What takes place there stays there behind our closed doors. And so our buddies can speak openly. They can share what they're feeling in a protected environment. However, once in a while, we go out there on the public side and explain who we are. And so, and welcome people to come into our community because there's something unique about us. We have so much love and so much, in fact, hello, I'm hoping it's all right if I share your video that you shared with me. I'm going to get permission for it. Skip Thomas. Cheers to all this new year. I am doing construction here, like today and tonight. We have to dig our way out of the bunker. So once he gives me the permission to share this, I have something he sent that he filmed today. Our dear Skip, and he and I had a very nice conversation today. And in that conversation, I was able to share my heart. And oh, yes, okay, I'm going to share this in just a few moments. I was able to share my heart about what I myself have been experiencing along with so many of you, that then prompted me to come up with what it is that I'm sharing on the public side through social media to our buddies and all of those that might stumble upon us. Because we do believe in, and oh, Janice, I love you, Janice. We do believe that in the frequency of love. We believe that there is healing through connections. We believe that we can effectively touch people through the airwaves, through our cell phones, through our hearts and our minds. And there's a magic to it. There's an energy to it. And so we were having this discussion, and I shared with my dear friends, Ting Put Po, also known as Skip, that it's been heavy on my heart. And anybody that knows me knows that through Service Heroes and Tour of Love and now the Fab Show and through the Buddies, that I've always been big about being prepared. I lived in Southern California for a number of years. And so, oh, John Tay, hello. Not so small. John Tay Hall, love you. My brother, I love you, I love you, I love you. So glad you're here with us tonight. And you know, Jonte would be able to talk to you about this. He's been all over the world traveling with the Harlem Globetrotters when he was with them, and now he's in another bald league. And he goes out there to share his talent, and we absolutely love and respect him. And I love this. I love the love. This is what it's all about, guys. This is what it's all about. And right now, let's be real. There are so many people out there, and especially my neck of the woods where I'm from originally. Right now, it's cold. It's cold because I am living in the Ozarks. However, I am originally from Southern California. I have family down there in Southern California. I have friends, and many of our teammates, and even a couple of the hosts, the Fab Five on the Fab Show, live down in that neck of the woods. And so through this, and as I was talking with my dear friend Skip today, we were talking about how we can be sending that love out there, how we can be helping with the higher level of frequency. And so I've actually got some stuff prepared to kind of share, because we're on the public side. But who are we? The buddies. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Before that, though, let's share what this offering that, you know, because it's so interesting what's happening right now. In January of 2025, we have a brand new year. We're 10 days into a new year. And in this 10 days, we've had firestorms, we've had snowstorms, we've had Santa Anas, we've had ice storms, we've had and that's just in the United States. And throughout the world, there's been so many different occurrences. Do you know that because of the frequency of love, what you've been seeing here right now, that we can be there for each other when we are going through some of these experiences? Now, we're going to share a video right now that Skip just sent in about his day. So let's share about his day and share the love, and then come back and talk.
si vivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari che io lo so, non esistono più, con te io li vivrò. Quando sei lontana sogno all'orizzonte e mancano le parole, e io sì lo so che sei con me, tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me, mio sole, tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me. Con te partirò, paesi che non ho mai veduto e vissuto con te, adesso sì li vivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari che io lo so, non esistono più, con te io li rivivrò, con te partirò su navi per mari che io lo so, non esistono più, con te io li rivivrò, con te partirò.
That is Janice today. She was here a year ago with almost no resources, support in a blizzard. No, a year ago, I remember that, and can talk about persistence in survival and preparation. And that's one of the things we're going to speak about. And she and her chickens are still alive and going strong. Right. Okay. So those of you that remember a year ago, she came into the community of those of you that are the buddies of our community. She came in and she talked about her first year, and I should maybe go and load that video about the nature connection. And she's like, if you're feeling called to do something, do it now instead of waiting. And you're amazing, Skip. Yes, videos, absolutely spiritual and full of healing through music and animals. I'm glad you brought that up, Caroline, because I was actually thinking that same thing. Skip and I were talking about this earlier, about frequency and healing and how much it's needed right now. How much it's needed, right? Okay, so I'm wearing my shell, remembering Southern California. There are those out there that right now, I'm hoping that they're going to stumble upon that, because when I was listening to it, the choice of music and then the scenery and everything, it transformed me in such a way, and I'm sure you guys can all relate to this. It transformed me in such a place that the frequency, I was happy instantly. I felt it. I saw it. I felt it. I heard it. I saw it. All the senses involved. Yes, I love this. What we're talking about right now, here in the Buddies, and before I go any further, for those of you that are new to us, I want to play a video that was produced by Skip that helped to explain who we are. Who are the Buddies? Now, I'm going to play this because we're out on the public pages. However, this is bigger. This is bigger than this particular program, though we are, if you will, piggybacking tonight together, because this is our chat night And we've let everybody know, be careful because we're not behind our protected areas. That is something that Caroline, our senior ambassador, typically does. And thank you again for all that you do, Caroline, and happy birthday to you. Who are we? Who are the buddies? And then we're going to talk about something even bigger than the buddies. But let's go through baby steps right now.
Life is so fragile, and we're constantly reminded just how fragile life can be, especially when we or a loved one is told we have cancer. Cancer survivor myself, I can tell you, we still feel very alone in this journey.
There's a study that's been shown that patients who are socially isolated have a worse prognosis, have a worse outcome than patients who are socially interconnected.
Chemo Buddies for Life is a non-profit cancer support group for those whose life has been impacted by cancer. Humor, hope, heart, and hugs.
Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love.
Share this with your friends and family and support this community in every way you can. No one should face cancer alone.
I am a Chemo Buddy for life.
We are a Buddies Network.
No one does cancer alone.
Be a buddy.
And we are all here for you as a community of love.
We are Chemo Buddies for life.
And if you've heard 3 words, you have cancer, for yourself or someone else, you belong with us at Chemo Buddies for Life.
Healing through connections.
Thank you, Skip, for producing that. As a nonprofit that supports people that are affected by cancer and other life challenges, in our paperwork that we submitted, it was other life health challenges. However, right now, I want to make this bigger because we have other brands that all, if you will, lead to the buddies. And what I'm seeing right here, okay, look at it. We are here as a community of love. And that was Caroline, the person that said that. And Jonte, I love you more. Okay, so hey, sister. And then you have Caroline sharing with Jonte. And you have, Stephen, we're so happy you're here with us out of Sarasota, Florida. And then you'll have this interchange, the chat. You see, this is what love is all about. We are the buddies, yes, yet we're reaching out on a global level right now to those that need and are craving, because we know that you're out there. You're craving support, you're craving love, and possibly you've been through a lot recently. A lot of people have been. There are many within our buddies, and this is their night, this is their Friday night, that look forward to Friday night because it's their community time. Anybody that's ever been in a community, and I've been hearing a lot about communities because I don't know about you guys, but I'm originally from Southern California. And I was tapping into the news because I could through YouTube. And I was listening to the stories of the communities that were affected by the Southern California fires. And what was said during a lot of the interviews, they talked about community. They talked about Altadena and how unique it is. Not the price points of the homes, not the stucco and the this and the that. They talked about the people. They talked about that they could go down to the coffee shop and they could be with someone that they totally loved being around. That when they went over to the school, their kids felt that connection. When they went to their places of worship, that they knew each other. When they walked down the streets, they were able to say hello to their neighbors. And they were neighbors that they possibly knew because these homes, many of them, are 2nd and 3rd generation homes now. They were. Community, though, I'm going to put it out there. Community is more than brick and mortar homes, more than the stucco, more than the walls, more than the things. It is the people. It is the spirit. It is the frequency of that love. And yeah, the fires in SoCal are terrible. Just unbelievable, 100%. And we're sending prayer and healing vibes to you, Caroline, and anyone in our community and those that come and find us, because we're putting it out there for you guys. We are all about humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love. It's all right there. We are all about the healing through connections, and that is for all. We are a human family. We are a human family and community. And even the community of which this is not the first one. I was looking at some pictures, and it's amazing what's been happening. And I'm not going to get into any kind of science or anything like that. That's not who I am. But isn't it amazing that this is not the only community that has been wiped off the map? We not long ago had an interview, Skip and I, with a dear friend of his that was involved in the Western North Carolina events of the hurricane, and also had lived through other major things. We also were talking about family members that lived through Paradise fires, that now there's documentaries out there, a couple of them. You can watch them on Netflix and such, and you can learn about it. It might look eerily familiar. Who remembers a little while ago in Hawaii, Lahaina? Now, what do all of these have in common? Tragedy, challenges, loss, and it really is. I've lived out there for 2 years and worked in the area of the fires. Yes, Lisa, and you and I spoke a lot about when you were out there, right? And coming to our community of love. And we welcome all of you. You don't have to have a health challenge to be a part of our community. That's why we call it cb4l.org. Yes, we started this way. However, the frequency of love is the frequency of love. Now, what I want to do right now is I prepared a few things, just so that we can be prompted right now. Because whenever there is any kind of a loss, whenever there is any kind of challenges, I chose to do the C possibilities rather than M possible, because you can do it either way. And I had a graphic that was impossible. Yet I'm like, let's put it out there. The NLP way of doing it. Yes, Ode to Joy, one of our Fab 5 hosts from the Fab Show. She's a NLP guru, expert. And it's the power of our language, the power of words, grounded into us. And if there's someone that right now is struggling with it, that's okay. That's okay. Because, so I have this next slide. Skip. Turn me on to this. I call it the upside down triangle. He's probably laughing right now. And, you're welcome, Stephen. We're in this together. Thank you. We're a community of wonderful, compassionate people. And we're grateful and blessed to be buddies and a member of a community. And yes, I am possible. 100%. Now, if Skip was with us right now, and which he is, he can type in, because that's what our chat, when we talk about chat, what does that mean? Does it mean that we're all in a Zoom where we're all looking at each other or anything? No. What it means is that from the comfort of our own jammies in our own bed, for those that may be like I once was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was in my jammies without a voice because I had chemo sores on my vocal cords. I was in isolation because of immunity issues and I was going through chemotherapy. Yet I didn't feel isolated and alone because I had a buddy. That's what started this whole thing. I didn't have a voice, and technically, I learned stuff, guys. Put it in your mind to learn the possibility. But anybody that knows me will laugh on this one because back then, I didn't know how, and I didn't even have a voice, but I had a buddy. So we had our phones and we text each other through Messenger. I hadn't even had a Facebook page before. And I joined Facebook. I get my anniversary because of my chemotherapy. I met my original buddy in the chemotherapy room. And we text each other. And that's where this all started. Humor, hope, and heart is what we started with. Humor, hope, and heart, and chocolate days. Okay, so what is this upside down triangle? It's the omega cone. It's the frequency. It is, I want to keep this going too. Okay, love about NLP. Yes, we are blessed to have her. Yes, we are. Joy is incredible. And then we have others that are NLP experts also. I saw the possibility of change and it has helped me see the possibility in myself. It's beautiful. And I've witnessed that in you, Caroline. Internet going in and out, grateful for you all. We're grateful you're with us and we can understand it. I mean, they're in Fox, Arkansas. They just this morning, and I know you had more snow coming at the Nature Connection, and they had like a foot plus of snow. And in the Ozarks, where I am in Missouri, we had 8 inches in the morning, and I think we're up to a foot now. And thank you, Joy Cooper Willett. Yes, thank you. Okay, so what is this? All right, Skip is really good at this, and he's gone into the community, and we have witnessed miracles because of frequency. And we do keep it simple. It's like, what about Bob? I'm a big movieaholic, and I love movies. And, Skip being let's be real, an Emmy award winning, he teases me because I once gave him an Academy Award, which, Emmys are real. Academy, that was owed to Tamara's mistake or, projection. And he's a documentary filmmaker. Okay, so we have this love of movies, and many of us have these loves of movies. And so I'm always referring back, we're always referring back to different movies. And this morning we were talking about What About Bob? The goldfish, and he's got it in the mason jar, and he's, even if you guys haven't seen the movie, watch it. It's cuter than cute, but it talks about baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. And we're talking about the baby steps here also in this cone. Because right now, let's be real. We may have had people that were way up into enlightenment that right now are maybe feeling the grief, maybe feeling fearful, maybe typically what he's taught is that, you don't do a lot of except for in a 911 situation. In an emergency situation, things can change in a heartbeat. I grew up in Southern California, and many know that my family has been, I'm an extended military family person. I fire and 911 services family member, have experienced family that's been through major events like the Paradise Fires, lost everything. And we need to be real with ourselves. And that's what we were talking about. Baby steps, baby step, baby step. Yeah. Okay. So what about this? What about it am I going to share next? Well, it's that, and this is one of the things that we were talking about, is that And I do believe this, and anybody that knows me knows that ever since even Service Heroes, or when I first started learning how to go live with the buddies, is that I've always talked about preparedness. It's a big thing. I was raised this way. It's not first generation to me. It's something that I was definitely raised in multiple generations and taught this stuff. And I don't just talk about it. This is, anybody that knows me knows that this is a core piece of who I am. And why is that? Because I literally know, when we're talking about this, I know without a doubt that when you are prepared, and you put that action into it, that when these 911 situations, when life happens, you get a call, you're told to evacuate, you're just surprised. One moment it's one way and another it's another. If you're prepared, you're not going to be as fearful. Now, again, back to that upside down triangle, the omega scale, right? Okay, so, you might be up here, up in the, where we go to 500 love because of humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love, right? Okay, so a really great place. And the tour of love, of which I have the image back there. And, I've got my cup going with my water in it. And we really are out there about the frequency, and it can be healing, absolutely healing. Many of our team members and educators have come in over the many years to teach this. We have seen miracles within our organization. Yet, we always need to have refreshers. Okay, so you might be at one place, and then all of a sudden something happens. Now, what I was always taught was that in being prepared, success favors the prepared. Now, success of what? Is it success, financial success? Possibly, if that's where your focus is. Is it health success? Possibly, that's where your focus is. Is it survival success? Yes, possibly. Again, remember, possibilities. All right. And I want to keep up on this. Thank you for the amazing possibilities and the chance to grow. You are more than welcome. Prayers have been sent out to the Buddies community and all of the people that are going through the fires. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so now we've been in the Fab Show, which, again, there's a lot of brands involved here, guys, which I don't want to get too wrapped up into it. But anybody that knows me knows that I've got quite a few of them, right? Okay, so we have been, of which I have the song. Skip produced another one. You came through because I love having people that are our family. We are a family. We don't just say it, we're actually a family. This love transcends. We were talking about this, and I'm not going to steal your thunder, but I'm going to bring it up because it's so relevant. Have you ever been thinking about someone? We talked about this today. And I want you guys that are watching this to let me know if this has ever happened to you. And Skip, yeah, you know what I'm going to be bringing up, I'm sure. Have you ever been thinking about someone that maybe you haven't even talked to for 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, maybe since high school, maybe since childhood, whatever it may be, especially right now with all of those people that are in Southern California and Western North Carolina. And let's not forget them. Let's not forget Florida. Let's not forget Texas. Let's not forget a lot of these areas that they may not be in, quote unquote, the news cycle right this minute, but they are still having struggles rebuilding. But have you thought about someone and all of a sudden you get a call, you get an email, or you may even have an email that was sent to you a while ago, and all of a sudden you go and find it. Like, where has that been? But it was right at the moment that you needed it. If that fear, one step up to desire, courage is the point of pause. positive flow. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So guys, this is, and we were talking about this because Skip introduced me to a lot of the verbiage of things that I had been raised with without the proper verbiage. Yet, is it still a fact? Is it still something that you may know, even if you don't know the proper verbiage or the current verbiage? Yes, if you understand the concepts. And so we were talking about all of this. Okay, so you look at here, fear is, then you go up to desire. And what's interesting, and he's talked about this a number of times in the community, and then you go up to anger. It's like, where? And he's really so wise, and we'll do this again, possibly out on the public side for anybody that maybe, and join us in the community. It's free. And if you're looking for a home where there's a lot of love, we're there for you. We're seriously there for you. Monkey Love is watching with me love tonight. Oh, that, I love it. We have some fun stuff, guys, that, you can tell that these are people that are very connected. Okay, I'm amazed about the fires and I am praying for the loss, but there are reasons for gratitude. Yes, too. Like those who survived this disaster, that people are being taken into homes of those who lost their homes. Yes, thank you for mentioning that. 100%. Okay, so this is where we're going right now with all of this. And the legacy. Okay, I'm going to play this song because it all ties in together, guys. Okay, so the legacy. My dear friend and brother that I absolutely adore and love over there at the Nature Connection with Janice, over there at the Connection and Skip and the dogs and all of those that are there, and the properties next door and the people around, in the next city over that we absolutely love, and shout out to all of those at Mountain View and Fox, Arkansas, Mountain View, Arkansas. These are people that we share the love with, which is a part of legacy. All right, so now legacy. I was really big about this, and I am. It's another area that's very, very much on my heart and mind lately. And so Skip and I were talking about this last year. And so, and Lachelle, okay, we've got Lachelle, America's Supermom is with us. Thank you for being with us tonight. And another one that has a legacy of love, Lachelle Atkins. She is personified, 100%. So I'm going to share this song, original song that was created for the Fab Show and the Legacy series, yet all roads lead back to this community of buddies, our Buddies Network. So let's go here, and then we're going to continue.
In the quiet moments, when the sun begins to rise, we find the strength within us. In the stories of our lives, not in gold or glory, but in hearts we've touched with grace, in the love we shared with others, in each kind and gentle face. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held and the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you sparked in others, in the stories that are told. Through the trials and the triumphs, in the battles that we fight, it's the courage and the kindness that will always shine so bright. In the lessons that we teach and the dreams that we inspire, in the way we lift each other higher and higher. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you held, in the souls you found to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you sparked in others, in the stories that are told. In the final song you sung, and the curtains drawing near, it's the moments filled with love that will echo year to year. In the footprints on the path that guide the lost and blind, your legacy will live on in the hearts you've left behind. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held, in the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you sparked in others, in the stories that are told. So let's live with open hearts and give with all our might, for the legacy we leave is a beacon in the night, in the echoes of our actions, in the whispers of the wind. Our legacy of love is where it all begins. Our legacy of love is where it all begins.
Your legacy will live on in the hearts you've left behind.
Fabulous. Ode to the Fab Show. So, what is your legacy? Okay, I want to also continue in the chat. And thank you, Caroline, for reminding everyone that come and join us. Where do you find us? You find us on Facebook at Chemo Buddies for Life Community. It's a group. It's free. It's simple. Very, very simple. And yet the love that is there is literally the love that we share is our legacy. And so what is your legacy? I'm asking all of you, what is your legacy? Do you even know? And it's all right. I've been thinking a lot about this for a while. We all have it in us. Yes, intuitive wisdom. Intuitive wisdom. I feel like fear is a lack of faith of the unknown, but the unknown is not always bad. Mostly it can be good and bring new experiences. Very wise. Happy New Year. Oh, I just absolutely adore you. And I always love that happy cup that you've got with you. Love we share, legacy of love is what you leave behind. Absolutely. 100%. Okay, so what is your legacy? Now, again, those that know me know that if you know me at all, that many times I've been one to watch things. There's a history to it, but I watch and I observe and I connect with. However, because of certain things that are my legacy and my particular makeup, that sometimes I've been on the sidelines watching. So when things take place, and I'm very much into what is the story of behind the story. So whenever they have family stories or anything like this, and in the fires, there was a woman that was interviewed. And you guys probably know which story this is. If you don't, look it up. One of the stories of one of the people that passed during the fires. It was the daughter of, and it was her father that passed. And the daughter was speaking to the news reporter. She was talking about what was her father's legacy. So well spoken. She kept it together. She wanted to share the love. She wanted to share how incredible not only her father, but her grandfather, very much stalwart people in the community. And he passed during this. Yet she wanted him to be remembered for the legacy that he left behind, the love that he left behind, and his last words and everything. And I thought, wow, you really are holding it together. I'm sure your heart is touched. I'm sure you're struggling. Yet it is so important to have this opportunity to share her father's story. Okay, let's continue. Now, we started with the frequency. We've started with preparedness and learning the lessons. Okay, so a legacy of love is not just emotions, nor is it just providing for the needs, but planning for our loved ones to be cared for emotionally, spiritually, physically. And we cannot love others if we have not loved God first. Still, there are many challenges that make it difficult to live a legacy of love. Thank you for sharing that. My legacy of love, kindness, education of myself and others, a loyal person, trustworthy, and a friend. I can attest to that 100%. You are. Okay, so why am I doing this on Friday night in chat, TGIF chat, in the buddies with all of this that's going on out there? What's next? There's a reason. I'm getting to it. Okay, are you ready? Okay, I'm having some fun with this. I had some fun putting this all together. Okay, now we're talking fear or fearless. Okay, so the 911 happens. See the road there. We've talked a lot every year. One of our community members and volunteers, Erin Houchin, and I usually, and now we've been doing it in Caroline and then Brooke Curran and many of our buddies, they will talk about vision boards. They'll talk about the new year. We have it with the roads. Now you add in all of that stuff that's going on. So are you facing this road fear or fearless? Okay, so let's continue. And it's okay not to be okay. If, for example, those people that maybe if you stumbled upon this and you right now, maybe not even anything, maybe you're not in Southern California, but you've been watching this and it triggered something. Maybe you're in Western North Carolina and Tennessee and Kentucky and that area. Maybe you're down in Texas. Maybe you are in Europe. Maybe you're down in Australia. Maybe you're over in Asia. Maybe you're somewhere else and you're struggling. You know what? First of all, we need to be okay that it's not okay. And that such a thing as, what about Bob? Baby steps. Maybe putting the goldfish in the mason jar around your neck, whatever it takes to be, at a neutral place. And sometimes we need to also allow ourselves to let it go. There might be things going on out there that are impeding us. And a lot of the people that were interviewed were talking about the memories. And we've been talking a lot about this. And it's a big thing in my life. Anybody that knows me knows that this is big in my world. I'm all about being a family historian. I'm all about our legacy. I'm all about facts and everything from, let's get real. Do I know my 4 generations? I know my 15 generations. I know my 20 something generations. It's stuff that's really big to me. Yet, have you ever heard, besides the song, of course, but have you ever heard that to let it go, to allow for, many will say, in letting something go, it allows for space for the new. And sometimes in tragedy, in an unexpected situation, we weren't prompted to let it go. We may not be even able to have a choice in it. We're facing it. There was another story last night. In the middle of the night, down in Southern California, in the Pasadena area, in a parking lot around midnight to 12:30 in the morning, Pacific time. So I'm 2 hours ahead, So it was 2:30 in the morning my time, and I'm watching through YouTube the news. My people from when I lived there. I know those people. I've even met some of them face to face. Okay, so I'm watching them. And tired. I'm struggling a bit. I got some stuff to do still. I'm tired. I'm thinking, okay, am I going to stay up later and do this? And then this reporter comes in. And I even was checking, is this a replay? Is this recorded earlier? No, it was live there in the parking lot. All these massive amount of volunteers that had items that people could come that were affected by the fires, and they could show up. And if they needed shoes, there were shoes. If they needed a blanket, there was a blanket. If they needed formula, there was formula. There was a mother of 5 or 7 kids, and she and her husband had to separate because they were living with family members. The family home perished. All members of the family lived, but the home was taken to ashes. And she just gave birth a few months ago. And they couldn't all go together. Multiple generations, so they were in their car. The mother, the new baby, and 2 of the young children were with the mom, and the father was somewhere else with some of these kids. The grandparents were someone else. They had to split. A person of faith. And they put it out on TikTok that they're going to do this. And she's looking at TikTok. She goes to this place in midnight in her car, and it's cold. They didn't have time to grab things. She has a newborn. She had to have a surgery after the newborn, so she's still recovering. She has small children, and they're in a car. They didn't have blankets. They didn't even have food. Not wealthy. Not a lot of ready cash. Yet a heart of service. So she's there in an interview. And the interviewer is talking to her and saying, what's going on? She's like, well, we were in the car, and my family's hungry, and I didn't know how I was going to feed them, and we're cold. I didn't know how I was going to warm them. And then I found TikTok, and it said, come over now. And she did. She had blankets. She had food. One of the kids, I don't think, had shoes. She had shoes. She had clothing. She had formula. And she had. And then she said to them, I'm ready to serve. That's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. Sometimes we need to let it go. She was letting it go. She didn't have much. But she did. She said to them, I'm a woman of faith, and I knew I would be taken care of. Didn't know where, didn't know how, but I knew I would be. Right, Tamara Hunter. Let's get real. Being authentic is a priority to me. Yes. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and purpose in our group. Thank you. And vision boards are important. You're an example of that, Caroline. Visualization tool that can be used, long-term planning. I'm going to put it out there. Okay, for these people that are out there. Okay, we're going somewhere, and we're going to wrap it up here soon. And what I've got, okay, so where do we start? Okay, and where are the people that are out there right now? If they stumble upon this, and if they don't, that's fine. But the energy is out there for them, because if nothing else, we're sending the love. And I want you all right now, Remember how it felt when we were watching that beautiful video that Skip sent in from today? And the music that was played, that energy, that love, that higher vibration. I want you guys to be sending this out right now. Where there are 2 or more, miracles can happen. I want you guys sending that out to the people that need it, because they're going to get it. It's just like that question. Have you ever had that you were thinking of someone and then all of a sudden they call? And I love this image, because where do you start? And look at, there's nothing out there really, on the ground or anything. You got a blank slate. Sometimes that's exactly where it is. But look at it for what it is, that you have an abundance of space. You have the ability to start again. You have the ability to make it yours. And another thing about time, it can heal. Will everything be forgotten? I doubt it. I'm not going to say it will, but can it heal? Yes. Now, what I want to do is I want to encourage right now, because we're talking about preparedness. And Skip and I were talking about this, and, we're talking about, okay, being prepared for the weather that was coming. All right, sometimes we think of preparedness like, oh, this arbitrary, big, huge thing, and all of a sudden, this activity and being a Girl Scout, Boy Scout, which, of course, I went all the way in Girl Scouts, and I do believe in this, absolutely, 100%. I don't even really think of it as being prepared, but you got to put a word on it. You have to explain it. And this is through the buddies. And so what I wanted to bring up is that we have the celebration journal. It's free. It's free. Guys, it's free. You can have a PDF. Go and, I'm going to put a banner up that's going to rotate now, because you can go to cb4l.org, go to the bottom of the page, download the PDF. It's going to ask you for your email. Yes, you're going to give us your email, only your first name. Are we ever going to contact you? No. It's free. It's a PDF. And in it is a journal, but it also has prompts. Now, if you're affected by cancer or other life health events, it's got a place to put it asks you questions to put it in one place so that you've got some simple information that you don't have to think about. You can put it in the PDF, put it in a cloud, upload it onto an external hard drive or, a little stick, whatever. I do believe in the power of 3. And that is, if you have it in 3 different locations, in different formats, then you're not going to fear, because you're going to have that information. Now, in the journal, there's places, Humor, Hope, Heart. Humor, Hope, Heart that's what we started with, Humor, Hope, Heart. And then we went with hugs and a whole lot of love. But this was created years ago, and it's always been free. I've never, ever even had it on Amazon, because it was never meant to be anything that would be bought. It is a gift. It is free. We have hard copies. We can send. Some people have gotten these. Okay, so what is it about this? And there's some stories in here, but there's some prompts in here to if you're diagnosed, then put it in there. But if you're not, don't worry about it. That's not what this is all about. What I am going to suggest, because in preparedness and being ready for things, the thing that one person that talked about her father, she had pictures. They were all living together in the house. She had pictures. She was able to share pictures. We were able to see his delightful, beautiful smile. So she had pictures somewhere. I know that the firefighters are amazing, because if they know a house is going to go up, they'll oftentimes go in, and if they can see family photos or anything like this, they'll grab them and they'll put them out on the curb. But they didn't even have a chance to do that. Last I heard sometime today, there was 5,800 just in one of the fires that burnt buildings and cars and such. In one of the locations, 5,800 buildings and cars and such. 5,800. And you have how many frontline responders? Okay, do the math. They didn't have a chance to go and do all of that. Okay, so let's just say that you go today, you go right now, and you just you go grab this, or you just somewhere you do something, and you do it now. You favorite pictures. Take pictures of family heirlooms. Do it now. As soon as we're done, do it. Put it in your phone. Put it into the cloud. Put it into a PDF. Put these pictures somewhere, these memories, because in listening to many of the people that talked about it, they talked about the community, yes. And they hope that the community will come together again. Did they all say basically the same thing? We don't know that it will ever be the same that it was. Could it be better? Yeah, it could be. Raise the frequency, the upside down triangle. Move through the ladder. Share the love. Put it out there. Be a part. Listen to those people that need to be heard. Give a hug, even if it's virtual, for those that need a love and a hug. Share a laugh. Share some hope. Humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love, right? Okay, so you don't have to use this yet. What is it that you can do with it? The blank slate, perfect time to start, 100%. Because look at it this way too, guys. A PDF, you have pictures. Pictures and family heirlooms. And I was talking to, Skip about this earlier today, because we've talked about a lot of this. We're family, right? Okay, so some of the items in my home are generational. They're generational. And there's an energy that I do feel from them. Yeah. Okay, so take a picture. And I have an old-fashioned sewing machine that has a treadle on it. It was my great-grandmother's. I've written about my great-grandmother. She's been in some of my magazine articles I've written. She was a suffragette. I've done a lot of stuff. I did a talk about her one time, kind of a TEDx kind of thing online, and talked about her a lot. Okay, and then my grandfather, he remembered, and he would tell the stories of being a young child. And he would be down on the, and he would help with the pedal because it would make her legs tired. And that's how she would sew items for him. She was a conservatory graduate. And she sewed the clothes. She sewed his clothes. She took care of things. Okay, I have that. I feel their energy. Yeah, in taking pictures of it, and having a picture of her, having a picture of him, and telling that story, could I then copy and paste it onto a PDF and put it in a cloud, print it off, put it, power of 3. Another thing that I'm doing is those external hard drives, little ones that you can do. I'm putting those things and then sticking it in my glove power 3. One location is in my glove box of my car. Okay, could it get hot and stuff? Yes, it could, but you know what? I've always believed in preparedness. And our memories, like the song, and the love we leave behind. Now, are those people that no longer have their pictures and no longer have any of these items, they have a slab that they're going home to? They have dust. Are they out of luck? No, they're not. I'm not going to go into a story. I shared it earlier today. but they're not. Because if frequency of love and the miracles that are out there realize that the energy is still around, they call it a footprint, whatever it may be, still around. I do want to encourage all of you today, the baby steps. What about Bob? Take some action steps. It's free. You don't have to use a celebration journal, but it's there as a tool. And I'm saying do it because it's an object lesson. The main thing is do it. Do it today. Clouds are great. And then we've been doing this through the Fab Show. We're going to be doing more. The bottom line is this. If you are prepared, you won't fear. There's a lot of different preparedness, yet our pictures and our memories are priceless. And I'm going to encourage all of you right now to do these action steps. Do it now. Yet, if it's too late, let it go. And let the love and the space that's been opened up expect the miracles because they're there. It's like Stephen had said, that where did he say this? That basically it was that it gives us an opportunity, being authentic. I'm looking here, but basically it opens up for space. So with that, I want to say thank you for all of you hanging out with me tonight. If you're looking for a place to share a higher level, to be heard, we're here for you. And especially there are a lot of resources out there. Tap into those. If you're going through trauma, please tap into them. There's professional help out there. I'm encouraging you all to get it. If you need physical items, they're out there. Don't give up. It may seem so big, but go about it like, what about Bob? Baby step it. Baby step it. And it's all right to not be all right for a little bit. Allow yourself that grace. And if you're someone that knows someone, check in on them. See how they're doing. Listen to them. And be non-judgmental. Share the love. And if they need you to help them to find resources, do it. Whatever needs to be done. Our pictures and memories are priceless, 100%. So, join us if you're looking for a place to be heard, if you want to do some laughing, and we're pretty, we're pretty casual, but we're also a bunch of people that believe in the frequency of love. We've witnessed miracles. We know that they're real, and we expect them. I'm encouraging you all to expect your own. It starts with, I'm going to leave this. And right now, if you're going through it, I'm going to encourage this. Love yourself. Get that love going. And be good to yourself. However that looks. If you're that mom that's in the car, she's amazing. There are so many amazing stories of amazing people through some of the most incredible challenges you could ever face. There always are those stories. What are you looking for? Are you looking for the stories that are going to take you down? Are you looking for the stories that are going to build you up? Are you looking for the authentic stories? I look for the authentic stories because life is to be experienced. And find those that if you're down, that's why we have the buddy community, then those that will lift you up because they're there. I want to thank you all for your time. Type, text, and call someone. Send the love. 100%. Thank you very much. So with that, I want to say I love you guys so very much. I want to say again, happy birthday to our dear Caroline. And what I want to do right now is typically we would have a meditation period of time. I'm going to encourage you all to do two things when you end this. I'm going to encourage you to take a moment to be quiet. Reflect upon your life and your love and your memories and your legacy, all of the good stuff that wherever you might be, it's okay. If you're struggling right now too, be authentic and real. We're here for you. We call those chocolate days. And then the second thing is action steps. I want you to, in the power of 3, and feel free to contact me if you need some ideas. Messenger me, get a hold of me. Many of you know me, but messenger me on Facebook. I do check it at least once or twice a week. So I will say you saw me, and or if you're a buddy, our senior ambassador, Caroline Brown, will be there for you. And yes, thank you. You're welcome. Absolutely. We're in this together. So with that, do the power of 3. I want you to commit to yourself to at least some of your most precious pictures. Take pictures of items that mean something to you. Take 2 seconds. It doesn't even have to be a perfect picture. Just take it. And then if you don't have a scanner and you have pictures in a frame or something, take them out of the frame and so it's not a bounce back, and take a picture of it now in your phone and then save it somewhere. Do it. And if you need the PDF, go and get it. Do it. Today. Do it. Don't wait any time. Our legacy of love is what it all, is what we leave behind. There's a lot of legacy of love in all the stories that were shared. And be there for those that are in pain. And listen to them share the love. And a few giggles too. So with that, I'm going to end tonight with one of our songs that we have. And Poe and Juju sang, "We Are the Ones." It's all about humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts. So let's show up, guys, with our hearts and our love and our frequency of 500 and share it. Beam it out there. Beam out the love. Let's be like Star Wars and have that unity, and may the force be with you. Wink, wink. The force of love. Share it. You'll help the healing, because the healing is definitely going to happen. Healing through connections. With that, Caroline will be back most likely next week. And if we hope that you will join us in the Chemo Buddies for Life community on Facebook. Ask to join. Say it, you saw us. Good night.
Together we are stronger than sadness. Together we are stronger than cancer. Together we are stronger. change the world with our hearts. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. Heal my hope, hearts, hearts, love, love, love. Heal my hope, hearts, hearts, love, love, love. Heal my hope, hearts, hearts, love, love, love. Heal my hope, hearts, hearts, love. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts.